Hello and welcome back to the EcoQuest playthrough. We've just gotten a mission from Superfluous to assemble the citizens of the Fish Apartments to the council chambers for a meeting on how to deal with the loss of Cetus. Now, of course, in typical Sierra game fashion, that involves jumping back and forth, solving a lot of little mini-puzzles, and giving items to other people, as is par for the course.
Well, I love giving gifts. I also love receiving gifts, so I better be getting paid for this goddamn work.
So here is Gregarious. Not only does he have a completely stupid voice, his face is also really blue. Now, there is a reason for that, and yes, the reason is as stupid as you think it will be.
Is it oil?
Not exactly. We'll find out later on in the part. We're actually going to be dealing with him much later, but first we have to solve some other problems here at the Fish Apartments. First off, we gotta give him a pass so we can, break and enter. I'm so glad when they make it legal,
Where was he before when Delphinius was here?
He was fucking off in his other apartment. Meanwhile, the live starfish is like, oh, thank God I'm freed.
Well, I'll be a starfish sticking to a reef shark's back. A badge from the mayor?
Yuck, it's all official and whatnot.
Visitor.
He looks kind of high a little bit, like he's distant, like he's just seeing stuff in the ocean that us mortal men can't.
Oh god, no, don't open that plastic backing, it's filled with dog poop.
Before Adam can grab it.
I have no idea why the fuck this fish did this, by the way. It makes no sense to me still. Like, what possesses him to go? He's looking out of his apartment. He sees a plastic baddie coming down and goes, I can take that shit.
You know blowfish, they're all so arrogant. One tried to kill Homer Simpson one time and we all know how that turned out.
So, if you loved Delphinius, I think you're gonna love most of the inhabitants of the Fish Apartments.
Let me just sit back and enjoy.
Fish's apartment and landed hard.
I just love him flailing around like that. I love the sprite work in this game sometimes. It's so dumb.
The frightened blowfish.
The blowfish's fame is the jauntiest one, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes, it is a French blowfish.
Oh nice, you made the French guy narcissistic, you bunch of racists.
Yeah.
It wasn't a jelly.
I mean, we are the best at art and whatnot, but this is going a wee bit too far.
Look at that statue he's got in the corner. Like, look how big its eyes are.
Yes, the bigger the statue, the more narcissism expounds from it.
And why are you so ugly, if you pardon my French?
You motherfucker, pardon my French.
I'm a human boy. Haven't you ever seen a human before?
But of course, I am not Le Bib. I have known
So I love how the extent of Narcissus's French knowledge here is pretty much the first 15 French words I can find in any dictionary. That's it.
We're not going to comment on that thing when he talked about knowing humans intimately. We're just going to whoosh, run away from that dialogue as fast as possible.
I think the less time we spend with this guy, the better, so I'm really doing you a favor here.
Oh, we're just in the middle of a SpongeBob episode right now. How the hell do you paint underwater?
I have no appreciation for l'artiste.
The line between what's realistic and what's goofy is really blurred in this game, so again, like I said, this game is more realistic, but at the same time, you gotta have to take it firmly with a grain of sea salt, if you know what I'm saying. Here's some random spiky shit I found. Have fun, kid!
Thanks, Narcissus. Oh, and now that you're okay, the mayor would like to see you in the council chambers for a meeting.
Excellent diplomacy, Adam.
But of course he wants me there. Say no more, boy.
My name is Adam. Sorry, your accent's rubbing off on me.
So as we go through this, I kind of want you to rate in your head like how good to how worse the Fish Apartments people are, and then after this I want to hear your ratings. Because personally I hate them all, but I hate some more than I hate others.
Okay, well, the narcissistic blowfish is a solid 6.
What, a 6 out of what scale?
On the douche meter.
How high does the douche meter go? Does it go to 10, go to 11?
It goes to 10 like every other meter in existence. Keep on, mate.
Well, what if it was the meter from Spinal Tap? That's why I mentioned going up to 11. Time for more radical cool music, and yes, the mermaid has fucking tits.
I'm Adam. I can
Why am I suddenly reminded of Sharky and George?
I'm reminded of, personally, have you ever seen Fish Police?
Oh, that name rings a bell. No, not really.
Fish Police was I think it was on CBS. It was a short-lived animated series where, it was underwater and stuff, but it was like a crime noir kind of series. And it was surprisingly risque for its Saturday morning time slot. It's kind of weird to watch, really.
Well, Sharky and George, I remember the theme song and that's about it. Sharky and George, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and that's about it.
The only shark animated I really know is Jabberjaw, and even then, not so much.
And that octopus guy.
And what's strange in this game is that there are no sharks whatsoever. You would think that, the first priority of any underwater game would be, let's put in a shark somewhere. But no, there are no sharks in this game, which is really weird.
Yeah, breaking out the mold and using manta rays instead.
So I'm trying to figure out what the fish duo on that poster back there is called. I'm trying to think of a pun for Hall and Oates, like algae and seaweed or something.
Not one of your best jokes, mate.
Adam swims over to Epidermis's food plants and...
And no, I have no idea why he's named after skin when fish have scales. Just roll with it.
Gosh, they must have been hungry too.
I don't need your opinion, okay? I can come to these conclusions myself.
Yeah, like I said, some of this dialogue is meant to be read and not spoken out loud, and it's really apparently true with the narrator in this game. I hope I'm in a situation later where I can test if sea urchins eat algae, because I want to see if Adam is correct here. I'm gonna put his reputation on the line. Seriously, why does that fish have tits? Where did you get that from? Was it... No. He had to have gotten this from humans, right? Because I assume this was dumped into the ocean. Somebody was taking their fucking scaly fish porn out to sea and dumping it forever.
Well, given the time the game was made, the internet must have been in its infancy, so they must have, drawn that specifically.
Well, it was 91, and as we can tell from some of the voice actors of Animaniacs, furries existed back then. So yeah.
Furries may have existed since, the dawn of time, mate. Don't kid yourself.
I like this one best because it's sharp.
This shell will surprisingly be used multiple times in this game, making it our most effective weapon.
Cool. See you later.
Bye, Epidermis, and thanks for the shell.
Hey Epidermis, your self is showing.
See, epidermis means your hair.
Did he say that? Was it his hair or his scalp?
Something along those lines. Nelson, an incurable prankster.
Epidermis's apartment light is out now that he's left.
So, are the lights provided by, a lanternfish or something?
It's a living.
I assume that's what, appliances work on around here. So, hey, good idea. Let's have a bookcase filled with books underwater.
I seem to have a problem, my good man.
I'll bet you do. Your voice actor is fucking awful.
How did you get your nose stuck in those
Look, the
spots?
dude has a fucking sink. What's going on?
I was digging for food like I always do.
I don't think the flashback was necessary, but I'm glad they decided to animate it.
Yeah, I was always curious at how a dumbass stuck his nose in a fucking pair of rings.
I have a shell with a sharp edge. Let me see if I can get the rings off.
See, look, the guy has, fucking golf clubs, he has a shield and sword. Who is throwing swords into the ocean?
Yeah, surely you'd sell that to a museum.
Yeah, who is doing that? Unless they got it from, a ruin, a wrecked ship? That's actually could make sense for some of the items these fish have in their apartments, so to speak.
Techniques were my salvation.
As you know, I'm the smart one because I talk in exactly the same voice every other smart person uses. Yes.
Nice bit of wordplay there. Also, I am Hippocrates. I am a doctor. I cure the sick.
The hypocritical oath.
Fucking love the Hercules cartoon series, mate.
Yeah, I think that series is a little bit better than this one.
I know distressingly little about human anatomy.
So, well, that's supposed to go there, right?
It can't be that difficult.
Like, I hated this guy for just shit-talking my anatomy. What the hell, man? I am the most complex, beautiful, star-child creature you have ever seen.
What kind of petty nerd are you? Oh no, this fish made fun of my anatomy. I'm gonna beat it up.
Well, let's be honest, I would probably punch most of the fish in this game.
Perhaps they will serve you someday, as you have served me.
So, somebody dumped fishbone tweezers into the ocean. Did they cry for them first before they started using them?
Thank you.
That's a good point. Here you go, it's the carcass of what may or may not be my relative. Enjoy.
And be well.
The music just like cranked up a notch or two on the funkometer since we entered the fish apartment.
Also, I do want to mention some of the audio balancing in this game, like I mentioned before with the, the voice acting on the CD version. Some of the audio is sometimes louder or more quieter on the original take. It's not due to my recording, so I'm going to apologize to you for this ahead of time, Tom. If it sounds weird, it's the game. It's not me, I swear to God.
Ah, Sonic Adventure 2 syndrome. Say no more, my friends, say no more.
Well, except the Sonic Adventure 2 syndrome, you should probably explain that to me.
Well, it has terrible audio balancing. What the hell, Jude Sonoy?
It just feels like we're cleaning out the apartment so that new, more profitable tenants can move in.
Is this going to be the whole part? Just going to different people's apartments? Sorry, different fishers' apartments?
Something like that. There's a little bit near the end, but for the most part, we're going to be playing a landlord here. Oh, this guy.
How does a thermometer work underwater?
The poor sea turtle appears to have...
Why does he have a bed?
He's having
He's British, apparently. I can dig
A
it.
long white string hangs from his throat. Now, where has Adam seen string like that before?
Where, Tom? Have you been paying attention?
No.
Look at that red thing on the floor, and then piece it together.
Steady now.
What, in the four, that thing right there?
Yes, what was red and what had string on it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten, mate.
We literally did this like 20 minutes ago. I'm honestly kind of
The
shocked.
string came off, but whatever is stuck in the turtle's throat is still in there.
Adam Green, amateur surgeon.
He learned well from Hippocrates.
Yeah, Hippocrates taught him nothing he knew.
Into the sea turtle's mouth and grasped the end of the object blocking his small throat.
Yeah, because the Heimlich maneuver wouldn't really work, would it?
I say that was terribly nice of you.
Oh, it's just like the real Tom.
Dreadful time breathing.
That was a balloon I pulled out of your throat.
Yep, the balloons from earlier.
Okay. Well, cut me some slack here. It's not exactly balloon-shaped.
That's true, and the balloons weren't exactly a major feature of the game up until this point, so yeah.
They sometimes find huge whales who've been killed just by swallowing a little balloon.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts, actually, if that's true. Like, we could inadvertently fuck up the sea and not even realize it.
I am erroneous. Professor of most of the fish in these parts.
So it's good that the professor is named Erroneous, because I'm gonna trust that guy.
What does erroneous actually mean?
Error.
I know it's a class.
I'm gonna look this up. To Google.
Find it.
No, it's, related to errors, fucking things up, getting it wrong.
I am one.
Ah, yes.
Wrong or incorrect? Thanks, Google.
Thank you, Google. We're gonna have to give it a credit for this playthrough now, aren't we?
Split the ad revenue right down the middle.
Alright, listen, I know you found a word-a-day calendar under here, but you don't have to use it.
He has read all of those books. They're not just for show. Not in this apartment.
Well, he read the cover because the pages are probably fused together by the water. And no, I have no idea why the turtle was wearing a beret. Just go with it.
I think it's like a... What is the correct term? A cold compress or something?
No, that's a beret.
Oh, okay. I figured because he was lying sick in bed with a thermometer or whatever in his mouth, that he was just like using something to take the edge off.
Yeah, that was my first thought too, but it's purple and weird looking, so I don't even know anymore. It probably was a cold compress, I don't give a shit.
Well, either he's abandoned his love of the beret, or I was correct, so suck it, Helldragon.
Alright, remember to pick these up, because they are trash.
Otherwise a whale could come into this apartment and just die.
So that another animal doesn't...
Like Erroneous comes and says, I say, who left this particularly large creature here?
I guess you'll be my new apartment now. I am now called Jonah.
So, when you live under the ocean, you have a globe. Do you count the water as continents and the green landmass as the ocean?
Oh, I'm gonna have to sit down for that one. That's
Erroneous
deep.
is
Like the
about to find
ocean.
out, now that he's left for the council chambers.
Alright, now it's time to go back and talk to Gregarious. These are really tiny apartments, I realized.
Well, what you need now, Adam?
Listen to this is great. Just revel with me here.
Why are you so blue, Gregarious?
I'm holding my breath.
The fucker is holding his
Why on
breath
earth are you doing
underwater and is still able to talk.
You see these bandages? I keep
Just
getting
process that. I want you to go on this journey with me, Tom, as we sit here and we wonder how the fuck this is gonna happen. Oh, and by the way, if you think this is the only incident of that, no, it happens twice.
You have to go up to breathe real air, or you'll suffocate.
Well, apparently fucking not, Adam.
here.
Why do you even need that friggin' like oxygen tank on your back? Just hold your breath.
Yeah, it works fine.
How about if I go up there with you?
We'll fucking murk those guys in the speedboat. We'll teach them to fear the sea.
About the facility.
Yo, I'll fuck them up for you for a little surcharge.
You do that?
You could pay me in Amiibo and Steam games. Well, wait, no, they didn't have those in the 90s. What did they have in the 90s? You could pay me in Mighty Maxes they threw over Edge.
Fucking pogs, mate.
Pogs, really? Plus they stick together. Yes, this creature has an ass.
As he leads the way
Perfectly
out
modelled
of the
as well.
city towards the ocean surface.
Somebody sat down, decided, this manatee needs an ass. And they sat down and they drew all of the contours of manatee ass.
Oh, the thick manatee.
Who got paid to make that decision, I wonder? Did Ken Williams just go up and say, it'd be funny if this guy had an ass?
Will you stop focusing on the fucking ass?
It's kind of hard not to. They do put it in your face. This guy right here, this guy. You know how I was talking about those physical tics earlier?
Uh-huh.
Just look at this fisherman when he talks in a minute.
Okay.
Is this the boat?
It's not an airplane.
Yup. Gosh darn propellers anyway.
Just look at this guy. It's kind of nuts,
Hey,
really.
Mr. Fisherman.
What? Who said that?
What's happening?
My face is exploding. Oh, it's young Adam. How you doing, young Adam?
Hi, Ray.
Like, what's with his eye? What's going on?
Amy kids.
We just
And I don't know who they got to voice this fisherman, but sounds exactly like one, by the way. I thought there was a fisherman right here when I was playing.
On the back of the box includes 100% authentic fisherman accents.
Well, thank God, you know, because finally, like most games, they really skimp out on that. But this guy, you know, he's exactly like a fisherman. He fishes, he smokes, and he has that twitch in his eye from the war.
That's not what I came to talk to you about. It's about Gregarious.
What's gregarious? Oh, wait.
Gregarious? That's a heck of a name for just a dumb manatee.
And look, I think his ear is twitching too. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because you keep hitting him with your propeller.
Like, you know, if you have an actual sickness that leads to that, alright, I'll forgive that. But for so far, this is not explained.
The message is that humans hurt the ocean. Good night.
Well, I'll be a
Well, at least they didn't make him like a fucking, you know, like, they didn't dress him up like a sea captain. Yar, I'm gonna pollute the ocean because they'll pay me for it.
Adam attaches the 4 screws to the steel cage.
He throws the fisherman in there and throws him into the depths.
Well, I'm really glad that the screws fit with this particular cage we found in the middle of nowhere.
Adam and Gregarious swim under the boat to attach the cage.
Meanwhile, Gregarious gets tagged again.
With Gregarious's help,
And he's got a
Adam
screwdriver,
throws
I
the
guess.
cage over the propellers and
Now, I
fastens
don't
it
really
on
know
with
how
4
speedboats
screws.
work, obviously, since I talk over video games for a living. But wouldn't that slow the speedboat down?
Well, not necessarily, because as long as there are, see, there are ample holes in the cage, so it would still be able to get that propulsion it needed. But, like they're saying, it shields the propellers from actually hitting anything, because only small, really small creatures could get through that, and fuck those guys, right?
Bye now.
Yeah, if they're smaller than Adam, they're off my care scale.
That is called survival of the fittest, Leonard or Adam.
There's a whole school of Nemo.
And to sum up that exciting journey back.
I love all the bandages on him, I never noticed that before.
Those must be like the wettest, stinkiest badges around.
Will you go to the mayor's meeting at the council chambers now?
Well,
No, I have to do paperwork. Yes, we have that down here.
I am the watchman, you know, but I'll go along as soon as I can.
Don't worry about me drowning or anything. I've been practicing this not breathing thing.
Yeah, Delphinius needs to take lessons from him.
Oh, I get it, because you want him to die. Sorry, it took me a moment.
Gotta pick up more shit, because nobody can do that themselves down here, you know?
All right. Adam makes a clean sweep of the garbage around the fish apartments.
Oh, can't forget this. We do need this. Takes him a moment to process.
Adam snags the still functional water pump.
Now, as I said earlier, I wanted you to make a list of people you liked and hated the most in the fish apartments. This is the one I disliked the most, and you will see why.
Okay, I'm ready.
Well, we have to wait until they talk.
The water is filled with a milky substance. It makes Adam dizzy.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get fat-free milk and you toss it overboard.
Oh no! A bottle of chlorine bleach! Tropical fish collectors use bleach.
Admittedly, this is kind of dickish, and I hope actual tropical fish collectors do not do this. I'm gonna recycle this.
You can't throw away the ocean.
Yeah, that was an honest mistake, but still, I find it kind of funny.
The bleach bottle and stores it away in his garbage bag. That stops new bleach from leaking into the water, but the apartment is still full of this stuff.
Now, if there was like a big tent, you know, on top of the apartment so we can like decontaminate it, you know, defumigate or whatever. Nope, here we go. Alright, now we will see.
Recycle the old contaminated water out into the much bigger area of the open sea.
So it can poison someone else.
Layers of bleach.
Oh my, what happened here? The bottle of bleach.
So you may be asking yourself, wow, when did Skeeter's sister from Muppet Babies get into this game? Or you might be thinking, man, I didn't know Howie Mandel voiced female fish. Just, what the actual fuck?
I got planned to do this.
What's great is that anybody can be Olympia if they try hard enough. Like, what the fuck am I looking at? It looks like Marilyn Monroe had a bad day.
Well, you could possibly look up this character and see what type of real-life fish she is supposed to be representing.
Well, it's a horned lionfish, I believe.
Yeah, there's just gonna be one, like, biologist going, no, that's just wrong. That is
I don't
completely
give
wrong.
a shit what it is. It's a freak of nature.
I'm going over to Brain Scratch. They know their fish.
Look, I'm pretty sure whatever fish it is in real life, the real versions of that fish do not have giant come-hither eyes and luscious feminine lips. They also don't sound like Muppets.
Miss Olympia, you're trying to seduce me.
She puts her leg on the table. Wait, where'd you get that from? No, it's like a ventriloquist dummy leg.
It's a prop is what you're trying to splurt out here.
Yes, you can help attack the evil pollution with your deadly spine storm attack.
If the final part in Olympia versus Flesh Eater, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I'm afraid of hitting people with my spines, so as a gift, here's one of my spines.
Technically, I'm just passing this over to you.
A lionfish spine.
See, I told you it was a lionfish.
Hell Dragon knows his fish, what can I say?
May you be free from stings as long as you live.
I've got nothing to say.
Bye-bye, Adam. Bye-bye.
It's Animal. Go bye-bye. Well, that was distressing. What's next?
Are we done with the fish apartments now?
Yes, we are finally done with the fish apartments.
Woo, busy work, be damned.
Takes him a moment to load his box.
Sorry, Adam didn't see you there.
This fucking game, I swear. I will stand by my earlier point and say that it's fairly good for what it is, but it's got problems, definitely, and its little quirks.
Your problems begin and end with the voice work, let's be honest though.
Most of it is the voice work, I'm not gonna lie. It's hilarious.
Helldragon only creates playthroughs when he has an extremely petty reason to do so.
Well, hey, it's good riffing material.
Oh, Adam, you did it.
This fucking guy again, by the way.
Nice work, baby. Now I can do some mayoral work.
I don't have to panhandle anymore.
See, I like doing voices, but when Helldragon does it, it's just his own voice.
Fuck you.
Horrible monster gets close. And thanks to your little lesson, we know a lot more about the danger.
Yeah, we don't know how to clean it up, because, like, Superfluous is the only guy who could theoretically pick up garbage and put it somewhere.
Stop all this stuff from
Oh, Gregorius could probably transfer stuff. He is a manatee, after all.
I guess if he uses both of his flippers, I don't know.
You can help things get better someday.
No, they can't.
Why don't you take this gold mask as a sign of our gratitude?
Just dump it on, man, because I saw what happened to the last guy who put on the mask, became a vampire. Doesn't make any sense, but, you know, there you go.
Awaken my crustaceans.
For good.
And I think, thankfully, that is the last time we have to hear this fucker talk.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that guy.
I'm not.
Don't you start talking, Delphinius. Son of a bitch.
For the moment.
But unfortunately, Delphinius will be with us for the rest of the game.
Oh, joy!
Horrid green ooze in the water, and Flesh Eater will keep haunting us. And then there's our food.
Don't you have, like, Atlantean harpoon guns or something to use against Flesh Eater?
I've watched many things involving Atlantis, and every single one of them pretty much had some sort of magic, so why don't you just use that magic and fucking call pizza or something, you lazy piece of shit?
Do they have pizza underwater?
I'm sorry, I'm just channeling Helldragon's Salt from the Delta episode here.
Alright, but other than that, that is it. Join us next time for more EcoQuest adventures. See you then.